Joe Piataro with your Muscle Sport Minute for today. And this episode is brought to you by Hot Stuff, Nutritionals.com. Hot Stuff, the home of the testosterone potentiator. I like that word, potentiator. It's fun to say it. Hey, jealous sports fan time. I grew up Mets and Jets because I grew up in Brooklyn. Those two teams played in Queens at Shea Stadium. So those were the closest teams, football and baseball, to my house where I grew up. So, of course, I liked them. And obviously, if I was a Yankee and or Giant fan, I would have had a lot more cause for celebration over the years in my almost half a century on this planet. Obviously, the Mets have had their struggles. They've had some small good moments. I know 86 was great. They had a run in the 90s into the early 2000s where they were good and didn't win. They lost to the Yankees in the Subway Series. And now the Mets are good again with a pennant 2 years ago and a wild card spot last year. They got a good young team. That's a fun team to follow. Even when they were bad, there was moments where you still felt good about them. But the Jets, on the other hand, even when they were good, like 2009, 2010 AFC Championship appearances, you didn't feel like there was a lot going on there. You felt that if they fuck this up, man, it's going to be a long time till they come back. And then when they came back in 2010, it was like, all right, well, maybe they're going to, but you still didn't feel like we'll be back, wait till next year, like the Brooklyn Dodgers. You always knew the Brooklyn Dodgers were going to be in contention for the pennant, let alone a championship, the World Series, against the Yankees most of the time, which they lost, and then in 55 they broke through. But the Jets, you didn't feel that. You didn't feel that way. Kind of, I did a little bit in 98 when they lost to Denver with Parcells, and 99, and then we know Testaverde blew his Achilles out in the first game of the year against the Pats at the Giant Stadium. And then after that, it was done. And then Parcells went upstairs, Al Groh, we know the rest of that one. But to be a Met and Jet fan, when I had the opportunity to be a Giant and a Yankees fan growing up, unfortunately, I really didn't have a choice. We grew up in a National League house, Brooklyn Dodger fans, and then we became Met fans. Then when I was born into the Mets. That was just the way it was. And the Jets kind of went along with that. They played at the same stadium, and most of the fans kind of liked those teams together. Giants and Yankees. The Yankees, obviously, Giants played at Yankee Stadium, so that's the story with me. I'm very jealous of you Giants and Yankees fans because I could have seen in person 2 Giants championships. I covered 4 Super Bowls, 2 of them being the Giants recently in the 07-08 and then 11-12 that season into that Super Bowl after the new year. I could have saw 2 fucking wins by my team if I was a Giant fan. I saw it as a sports writer and as a football fan, it was great. But when I didn't get a chance to say, and if the Jets would have made it in 09, I would have been able to be or 10, I would have been able to be at the Super Bowl to see the Jets. And that would have been really fucking cool, but it didn't happen. But such is luck in this fucking world. You get fucked once in a while. I like 2 shit teams and fucking buddies of mine are fucking laughing at me because they got Giants and Yankees fucking championship banners hanging up. Hey, I got this though. I can hang up this. MuscleSportMag.com/subscribe. $32 a year, free shipping United States. See you next time.